Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to JOECMDRAWZ. Got a new video for you today. Today is pixel art. So I haven't been feeling very creative recently. Been stuck in a bit of a rut, not feeling too well, feeling kind of down, and but I still had this drive to create something, and I wanted to create something really cool. But I didn't really want to draw really necessarily. And so I had a little bit of a look around, and I found this really cool channel called Brandon James Greer, and he does a lot of pixel art stuff, and I really love his work, and you should go subscribe to him. I think he's really cool. I'll leave his channel down in the description so you can go check him out. And he does a lot of pixel art stuff, like I said, and I wanted to have a go at that, and he kind of like reignited my kind of like passion for pixel art, and I really love it. And I wanted to just do something simple, something cool, something like low energy, that kind of stuff. And I thought, what about weapons? Weapons are relatively simple shapes that I can translate into pixel art, and I ended up with this array of pixel art weapons here, which I think look pretty banging. I think they look pretty cool. And I've got my kind of color palette at the bottom there. I wanted to do something in the Gameboy resolution, and I wanted to use the Gameboy color palette, which is the original Gameboy color palette, which is like those like dull greens, aren't they? Like a kind of like a green color palette for most of it. And I just wanted to use that. I found this really cool palette at the bottom here, but on a website called Low Spec, which is another thing I got from Brandon. His channel, he visits Low Spec for color palettes quite a lot, and I thought, well, instead of trying to complicate things by trying to create a palette myself, why not I just look on Low Spec for a color palette that somebody else has already created for the Game Boy. And I found this one called Generic GB by somebody called Sedona or Sedona. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but thank you to them for posting this on there. I think it looks really cool. I was drawn in by the really bright greeny yellowishy highlighty colour that they've got at the end, and I think it just looked really cool. So I wanted to use that, and it's a really nice array of colours, just 4 colours that aren't really that complicated, and I was really drawn to it, so I wanted to use it, and it's really fun to use. So just going left to right here, I'll walk you through all these kind of weapons. So on the left here, we've got this really cool double-headed battle axe, which I think looks really cool. It's one of my favourite ones I've created. It just looks really cool, like these dots here, like maybe represent like leather straps or wraps. And then obviously you got the blade at the top with maybe like a little bit of a spike at the top there, which looks really cool. And I use this really bright yellowy green highlight for most of the highlights, and then just using some white to add a little bit extra kick there as well. Next here is a simple sword design. Maybe it's got like a little gem in the middle here, and it's got like the hand guard here that's like coming down. You got the little bit at the bottom here, the pommel, and got the actual blade here. That's just a generic sword shape, but I think it turned out pretty cool. Simple doesn't always make it easy, and doing these was a real fun. Like it was like a low energy kind of like challenge, but I really did just enjoy doing it. No pressure, just kind of like working through it. Next was this kind of almost woodcutter's Viking Axe here. As you see, got like leather straps here and like little bits of metal at the bottom, and it's actually kind of like got this slant at the bottom here. If I zoom, you can see it's just got this 1 pixel missing here, but when you zoom out, it's got that kind of like that nice angled look there, which looks really cool. Same for like at the top, for the wood sticking out the top, and then you got the actual axe blade there. And then he kind of like used that, copy that, flipped that, and turned that into this battle axe that you see at the start, which looks really cool. So I kind of repurposed an already existing weapon that I'd made, and then repurposed it into another one, and it looks completely separate, which looks really cool. Next, I just did this simple spear. It's still kind of interesting, it's got this kind of like bit of rag or cloth that's like tied there to give it some sort of like an asymmetrical look, and then just kind of like that usual kind of like simple spear shape at the top. Nothing really too complicated. Next to it is another spear design, but it's more like a heavy spear, where you got this big blade at the top here. So maybe it would you know, have some sort of like different abilities or something. Like each of these weapons would play differently for the character. Because I was thinking this could be like some sort of like weapon selection system for a Game Boy game, which looks really cool. So I like thinking of stuff like that. It's just got like little ornaments and adornments here, which makes it look a little bit more interesting than just a simple one. Next is more of like this katana looking blade. I really like the way this came out actually. It's simple, but it looks really cool. My favorite part about this actually that really sells it for me anyway is this guard at the bottom, this handle at the bottom that's kind of like wrapped. I think I did a really good job of simplifying down like that rayskin wrap that usually a lot of katanas or Japanese swords have. And just by using these two colours, I think it looks really nice and clean, so I'm really happy with the way that came out. Next was this really complicated handle on this butterfly blade. I believe they are Chinese butterfly blades, correct me if I'm wrong, but I just googled them, liked the way they looked, and wanted a little bit of a challenge. And I think it did pretty good in actually capturing that kind of almost cutlassy looking handle with this little diddly bob at the end here. I'm not sure what that's for, but I like the way it looked. And this one was quite a challenge. I'm not the greatest pixel artist, far from it, but I do enjoy doing it and looking at the aesthetic of pixel art, and really have a lot of respect for a lot of people who do it. And I wanted a challenge, and this was really fun. And stuff like curved surfaces are a real challenge for me, but I really liked the way this one ended up looking. Usually I think there's two butterfly blades that they usually come together. Like there's usually like two of them. It's a pair, but I created one, so maybe in the selection screen you grab the butterfly blade for whatever character or the main character, and you know, you can dual wield these kind of like really cool blades, and it's got like a maybe unique weapon art that you can use or something. That's really fun. And then finally you just got this spiked ball on a handle. It's kind of like a spiked ball mace. I'm not exactly sure what the correct terminology for this weapon is. A lot of the references I saw had like ball and chains, but I knew it wasn't good enough to create a chain out of pixel art. I'm not even trying to think of how you even do that. I would have liked to try and do it, and that would make a flail, which would be really fun. But I still liked the end result here. I liked how I've kind of captured the kind of like spikiness of the ball shape on the end here, and I think it looks really cool. And I've just got my palette at the bottom there, which looks really nice. It's a nice aesthetic looking page, I think. And then to round out this kind of like page, I've got this like little cursor at the top here, and I made like this just a few frame animation of just it bobbing up and down. So maybe this is your weapon selection screen, like I said. So maybe you'd go across and you would select what weapon you would want, and you know, maybe it would like move up or something, or maybe there'd be like a voice clip or something that would tell you what kind of weapon it is. Maybe you'd have like some stats below or something. So that's really fun to think about. So if I just stop that, yeah, but that's just a really simple, fun little thing that I wanted to do. Getting back into some pixel art stuff, which is really fun. I'd recommend this. Just picking a weapon that you want to try and do, and picking like a random color palette on low spec, and just having a little bit of fun. No stress, no kind of like pressure, just trying to just have a little bit of fun. Yeah, so that's kind of like my dive back into pixel art, and I had a lot of fun, and I would love to do a lot more and show a lot more of it off. The reason I haven't shown any of it off before is because I never thought it was good enough, but you know, I'm feeling confident. You know, I think these look genuinely really good. So let me know what you think. What kind of weapon is your favorite that I've designed? You know, the battle axe, the sword, the axe, the spears, you know, the katana, the kind of like spiked ball, you know, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Hey there, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share my work around. I'll see you next time.